In our first video, we talked about Rey and that she's very likely Kylo Ren's younger sister. We also discussed that it was most probably Ren who hid her on Jakku as a child. This seems a rather unlikely thing to do for such a reckless villain. After seeing the movie for the first time, most people probably assumed Rey was hidden on Jakku from him and not by him. But Kylo Ren's reaction to learning that a girl helped BB-8 and Finn escaped from Jakku makes it very clear that he knows who she is even before meeting her. Thus, it seems obvious that he was at least involved in hiding her there. This, of course, raises the question whether it was Kylo Ren who killed Luke's next generation of Jedi. The truth is, we really don't know. In Rey's Force vision of this night, we see Kylo Ren killing someone who was in the middle of an attack on someone else. We don't see Ren killing children. Does this mean Kylo Ren is not so evil after all? Well, let's take a look at all the evil deeds committed in The Force Awakens and think about who did them. Let's group them into Kylo Ren did it, Kylo Ren didn't do it, and Kylo Ren may have actually tried to prevent it. The very first time we meet Kylo Ren is when he kills Lawson Taker. Lawson Taker was introduced as Leia's old ally, who somehow came across the map to Luke Skywalker. Although his murder is clearly an evil deed, it arguably doesn't help the First Order. Why does Kylo Ren not try to get the map out of the old man's head before he kills him? Or at least get some information on where he did it. Instead, Kylo Ren kills him right away and only then encounters Poe Dameron by chance, who had received the map from Lawson Taker just minutes ago. One might argue that Lawson Taker teased Ren about his family, so he killed him out of some impulsive, violent outburst. However, we later see what it looks like when Kylo Ren really loses his shit. This is not what happens here. Kylo Ren then orders the stormtroopers to kill the villagers. From a storytelling point of view, this is crucial. It's the event that pushes Finn to flee the First Order. Most importantly, we instantly know whom we're dealing with here. Kylo Ren, a reckless villain. And this fundamentally affects how we perceive and interpret everything he does and doesn't do later on. However, as we will see, ordering the killing of the villagers is the only truly evil thing Kylo Ren does in the whole movie that I cannot really account for, other than that he has a villainous reputation to maintain. Upon seeing the movie a second or maybe third time, it's hard to miss out on the fact that Kylo Ren has nothing to do with a stormtrooper army or Starkiller base. It's clearly Hux who is in charge of both. And it's also clear from Ren's dialogues with Hux that both are rivals. Ren at one point suggests that Snoke might fare better with a clone army. This could be a hint that he does not actually approve of babies being kidnapped from their families, brainwashed and turned into slave soldiers. Kylo Ren's opposition to Hux becomes even more evident concerning Starkiller Base. Destroying the Hosnian system and the genocide that goes along with it is clearly the most devastatingly evil deed committed in this movie. When Hux gets the order, or much more permission, from Snoke to use his coveted weapon, he looks over to Kylo Ren triumphantly. Has Kylo Ren been trying to prevent this from happening all along? Kylo Ren watches the disastrous weapon destroy the Hosnian system from his Star Destroyer. We can only guess his thoughts and feeling about this catastrophe because he's wearing his mask. I think this is a very good illustration of why he's actually wearing it. Most probably, not solely to emulate Darth Vader. He constantly has to hide his true feelings. Both the use of slave soldiers and the attacks with Starkiller Base are crimes that are not only not done by Kylo Ren, it seems he has actually been trying to prevent them. Soon after the destruction of the Hosnian system, Kylo Ren captures Rey in the forest near Maz Kanata's watering hole. To be fair, he mostly defends himself during their first encounter, and as I already noted in the previous video, he makes sure Rey isn't hurt. That's something he didn't do for his first captive, Poe Dameron, earlier in the movie. On Starkiller Base, we then get to see one of the most emotional scenes in Star Wars history. Kylo Ren kills his own father, Han Solo. At first, this murder seems like something only a monster could do, as Rey put it. But is this really the case? Kylo Ren doesn't act like a cold psychopath here. He struggles. He feels torn. This is something that he has to do even though he's not sure whether he's capable of doing it. He even asks Han for help. Kylo Ren has to kill his father for at least two reasons. One, he has to gain Snoke's full trust in order to get him to complete his training. Two, witnessing this tragedy is what makes Rey finally take up Luke's lightsaber, much like witnessing Obi-Wan's death was crucial for Luke's path to become a Jedi. Admittedly, I don't know whether Kylo Ren was aware of the letter when killing Han. He seems genuinely stunned when Luke's lightsaber is summoned by Rey and not him after his fight with Finn, so it may be that he hasn't fully realized Rey's importance at that point. The first reason, however, is very obviously what drives him to kill Han. He has to get Snoke to trust him completely. But what is his true motivation behind that? Does Kylo Ren want to complete his training to gain power? To rise above Hux in Snoke's favor and in the ranks of the First Order? I honestly don't think so. We will talk about Kylo Ren's true intentions in the next video. What is Kylo Ren really up to? Hint, not helping the First Order. Thanks for watching and don't forget to share if you liked it.